Ahoy hoy, I'm Planet Walk, and before we go any further, I do need to warn you that facepalm protection will be required for this one. So today we are looking at a flat earther that thinks that he's managed to prove that the famous Earthrise photo taken by Apollo 8 is fake. Now, I do not know who this flat earther is, so if anybody does know, please let me know in the comments because this is absolute gold. The reason I found out about this was because someone tagged me on Twitter, and I thought, that would be a great video to cover, so here we are. So if there is a video that you want me to cover, feel free to tag me on Twitter, message me on Discord. Sometimes it gets very difficult to work out, okay, what am I going to make a video on this week? Anyway, with that out of the way, let's see what we've got in store for us.
Good morning, folks. I was just watching a video here.
So the video that he's watching there is a 5-year-old Flat Earth video, which I think says something about Flat Earth if that's the videos that they're watching. It's gotten to the point where they don't actually say anything new, they just find stupider ways to say the same stuff.
Everybody's obviously seen this picture. We all know that it's fake.
No, we don't know that it's fake. People like yourself assert that it's fake without any good evidence.
But I just wanted to point out a few things too. I don't know if other people have noticed them. Why is the bottom half of the earth in darkness and the top half in light? I thought the sun went from the east to the west, not from the south to the north, okay?
Did he really just say that? Okay, let me try to explain something that should be easy to grasp. Up in a photo doesn't mean north. Now if we look at this photo in higher resolution than you just recording it off your screen, then to the left here, we see something that it's hard to make out what it is, but it does very much look like Australia. Except going by this, Australia isn't in the orientation that it is usually depicted in on maps. It looks like it has been rotated. And this means that up in this photo is not north. It means that right is north. Your right, not my right. You know, if he were watching this right now, it might be very surprising for him to learn that I'm not worried about falling up because this video has been turned upside down.
That's wrong. And if you're facing the earth and the earth is lit up from the sun that is behind the moon, why is this part of the sun, of the moon, lit up? This should be dark, because this is in the shadow of the sun that is behind it, okay?
What is that argument even meant to be? Like, that part of the moon is clearly in sun, and why wouldn't it be? Because going by what we can see of the Earth, the sun is a little bit behind the camera, but it's mostly above the camera, meaning that a lot of what we see is going to be illuminated by the sun. I cannot see what his argument is supposed to be because it's so stupid that I would have to permanently decrease my intelligence in order to understand it.
And this darkness is supposed to go up this way? Or, I don't get it. It's supposed to go from the east to the west, because that's the way we see it every day in our own reality.
Now, I don't agree with his argument, but before we address that, the funny thing is that in that photo, the shadow is literally going from the east to the west. If he just looked at the photo properly, then he would see that what he's saying we should expect to see, we actually do see. But to address his actual argument there, I hope he realizes that in addition to sunset, you also have sunrise. So if you took a photo from the other side of the Earth, then you would see the shadow go from west to east instead of east to west, because sunrise exists.
Just something to think about, and of course this guy in the video is pointing out that it's not clear, because it's the same distance whether you're looking from here to here or from here to here. So why, when we take our P900s, we can zoom in on craters and we could probably make sand tracks in the moon with our P, make urine tracks here and take a photo of it, but yet we can't even see what kind of cloud patterns they got here.
Why are they so obsessed with P? That was the weirdest time to bring it up, but in either case, he's wrong about everything. Firstly, you cannot see tracks on the moon using a P1000 because the moon is actually really big, and the craters on the moon are actually really big as well. And secondly, Apollo 8 did not use a P1000, nor is it zooming up on the Earth for that matter. I swear that flat earthers don't understand the fact that photos are taken the way that they are taken, and you can't get any more resolution once it's taken.
So yeah, just some more on. Of course, there's no satellites and no stars, and you know, the rambling, the usual stuff.
I mean, he's not wrong about ramblings, you know, broken clocks and all that. But yes, you wouldn't expect to see stars because the exposure time is too short to actually be able to see them. And satellites would be too small to see, even with a P1000 on max zoom.
Actually, this looks kind of flat to me. This looks like a flat table. From here to here it's flat. From there to there it's flat. Interesting. Alrighty, thanks a lot, guys.
Ah yes, because when they were faking stuff back in 1968, they didn't actually have the ability to make anything round. You know, soccer wasn't invented until 1970. That's the big lie that they try to push because they didn't invent balls until 1969. But in all seriousness, the moon is really big, much like the Earth, so you can get flat-ish looking horizons. But yeah, this is possibly the worst argument that a flat earther has ever made. I'm not sure how they managed to fit that much stupid into 2 minutes. Watching that video kind of makes me question all my life decisions. Where did I go wrong to bring me to this point?